Hello, my name is Stephanie Johnson, Early Childhood Manager. In this section of the presentation, I will be sharing information on the following: 22-23 HR Workbook, Bus Monitor Refresher Course, 22-23 Bus Monitor Training Schedule. I will be sharing HR documents such as the blank PRF, the blank SRF, staffing reminders and tips, early childhood apprenticeship programs, and long-term substitutes. So let's start with the 22-23 workbook. The HR workbook has a tab for each location. On your locations, and I'm just using Alex Kennedy here for an example, on your locations tab, you are going to find instructional staff information, general information about your location, a summary of the staff that is in your school, a summary of the support staff from early childhood who will be supporting your location, bus information, as well as a detailed list of all early childhood staff in your building that includes position numbers, job titles, funding sources. We also have included in here hire dates, employee ID numbers, the numbers of days that the staff work per year, as well as the number of hours that each staff member works. The 22-23 HR workbook is helpful when submitting PRFs, SRFs, preparing evaluation documents, and assigning staff to transportation duties and tasks. If any of you have any questions about the HR workbook, please reach out to my office and we will be happy to help you with that. The next set of information that I wanted to cover with you is in regards to Bus Monitor Refresher Course and the Bus Monitor Training Schedule. All instructional assistants are expected to support our program by assisting with transportation. New staff must complete a face-to-face bus monitor training. Returning staff must complete an annual Bus Monitor Refresher course. Staff will complete the Bus Monitor Refresher course via a Google Classroom during our 2 weeks of pre-service training. New staff will be scheduled to attend one of the in-person bus monitor trainings. A member of the early childhood HR team will assign a training date and time, and that will be communicated with the employee via email. So please encourage your staff to check their email regularly. In this document, I have also included a couple of links to some staffing documents, and that's the PRF and the SRF. The early childhood HR team is happy to assist locations in submitting PRFs for vacant positions. We will also assist with interviews and the submission of SRFs. We understand that staffing can be a challenge. We are here to help, and I have linked in this presentation these two documents for your convenience. Also, to assist you, we have created a staffing reminders and tips sheet. On this sheet, we talk about information just as such as reminders. Our ratio is 10-1. Our teacher planning is during universal rest time. Our work hours for teachers, 9:15 to 4:45. For assistants riding the bus in the AM, it's 8:45 to 4:05. And for assistants riding the bus in the PM, hours are 10:10 to 5:30. Of course, these are not written in stone. Every location is different. Every location has different needs when it comes to transportation. And so these times, these report times and end times are basically dependent upon each individual location. Lunch, all instructional staff receive a 20-minute duty-free lunch at a time other than their assigned lunch duty with students. They do receive, the instructional assistants receive breaks. They receive a 10-minute break. And if mutually agreed upon with the principal, this can be taken in conjunction with their 20-minute duty-free lunch. Extra service must be approved by the building administrator prior to working the extra service. So please make sure that your staff is getting approval for that extra service before they work it. Tips for managing staff shortages. Communicate to all staff at the beginning of the year that based on need, their assignment may be modified. There may be days when you have 2 instructional assistants in one room and 0 in another. That's going to result in you having to reassign someone to a classroom to ensure that our ratio is being met at all times. So please communicate that up front with your staff and stress to them the importance of working collaboratively as a team to ensure that we meet the needs of all of our students. Realign staff to ensure that the 10-to-1 ratio is met. This may mean that they have to go to other classrooms. Check student attendance. So if you are experiencing a staff shortage, please take a look at the student attendance and determine if there is an opportunity for a group of students to go to other classrooms to maximize the use of our existing personnel. There may be times where extending extra service to staff will assist in ensuring that we have coverage in the classrooms and coverage on our buses. If you have a PM bus monitor or instructional assistant, ask them to come in early. And the same thing for a morning assistant. Ask them to stay late and, of course, offer to them extra service for that time worked. Another strategy is to reach out on that first day of school. Reach out to your kindergarten through 5th grade staff to see if anyone would like to earn extra service by riding a bus, working in a classroom after their hours are over in the elementary setting. See if they would like to assist our early childhood team. And of course, extra service will be provided. And anyone who has not received bus monitor training, we will provide them with that bus monitor training as well. Remind staff that it is important for them to post their absences on absence management before 8:30 in the morning. That way we have time to look at all of our absences, identify areas of critical need, and align any available resources that we may have to ensure that we're meeting the needs of our program. The last thing that I have for you is a tip sheet, a worksheet, if you will, for assigning staff transportation duties. This can be a tricky area sometimes, and so this template it's a forced copy, so when you access it, you can make a copy for your specific building. My recommendations are that you list all of your staff, you list their hire date, and then you sort it. And you start with your most seniored individual in your building, and you ask them to choose one of the available transportation tasks that are available, and then you work your way down to the least seniored individual. This is something that is supported by JCTA as well as Ask Me, so they are in support of this, and so this is an easy way for you to take the arguments or fighting about bus monitor duty off the plate. This just makes it very clean and simple to manage. If anyone has any questions on any of the information that was shared on this document, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'll be more than happy to help any of you. One of the other things that we do in early childhood, we do have an apprenticeship program. We work with Jefferson County High Schools who have early childhood career pathway programs. We encourage students to enter this field, and we provide them with opportunities to work in early childhood classrooms, and we connect them with funding sources that will assist them in furthering their educational career in the field of early childhood. So if you know of anyone who would be interested in this program, please link them with me, and I'll be happy to work with them. The last thing that I want to share with you today is in regards to long-term substitute teachers. It may be necessary on occasion to utilize a long-term sub. When we have long-term subs, we will be having them participate in the the early childhood new teacher cohort that we have within our program. They will receive extra service for participation in this, and the information, support, guidance, mentoring, modeling, all the support that they're going to receive will be very valuable to them as they serve our program as long-term subs. That is all of the information that I have to cover with you today. Please know that the Early Childhood HR team is here to assist school leaders with staffing challenges. So please reach out with any questions you may have, and we'll be more than happy to assist. Have a wonderful day, and thank you.